Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time again to do our daily MLB predictions. We have 9 games in total today. Some teams are off, but we have 9 really good series kicking off. We're going to go over all the matchups today, break them down, look at the hitting, the pitching, the coaching, and try to predict the outcome, the winner, the loser, the final scores, and we'll be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, spreads, over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these matchups? Let me know what you predict today. I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for our member team, check out the pinned comment below. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start looking at these games, guys. This season is flying by. Can you believe that we're already looking at our Monday, September 15 games? It is almost playoff time. A lot of teams in the playoff hunt. These games are starting to mean a lot more. Our very first game, 6:40 p.m. today on Monday, September 15th, the 85-64 Chicago Cubs on the road versus the 65-85 Pittsburgh Pirates. The record's almost completely swapped. Right now, Chicago, 47.4% chance to win this one. Pittsburgh, a 52.6%. The Pirates are going to be the Vegas underdogs, though. Cubs are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Chicago, minus 135. Pittsburgh, plus 115. Cubs are averaging 4.9 runs a game. 249 batting average, 200 home runs, very well-rounded offense, power, speed, contact ratios, 151 steals, giving up 3.86 runs a game. They're kind of cruising right now to their way to the playoffs. The Pirates, one of the worst overall offenses in baseball. Really good pitching. Just for the love of God, give these pitchers some run support. They're averaging 3.6 runs a game, 231 batting average, 107 home runs, 110 steals, giving up 3.87 runs a game. Jameson Talon on the mound for Chicago, 9-6 record. 4.15 ERA, 110.2 innings, 83 strikeouts. He's given up 23 home runs, very susceptible to the long ball, going up against Braxton Ashcroft, young pitcher, 4-2 record, 2.47 ERA, 58.1 innings, 56 strikeouts. He's only given up 2 home runs in 58 innings. Very good home run control there. Overall, great control. But this is one of those matchups you can make a strong case for it to go either way. Right off the bat, give me the upset. Give me the Pirates, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. Then it's 6:45 p.m. on MLB TV, the 66-83 Atlanta Braves. If anyone knows what happened to the Braves this season, let me know in the comment section. It's the mystery of the 2025 year. They'll be on the road versus the 62-87 Washington Nationals. They don't have a good record, but Nationals are always very competitive. A lot of very close losses. You got to keep your eye on them. Washington, a 46.9% chance to win. The Braves, a 53.1% chance. Atlanta, 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over-under. The Braves are minus 160. The Nationals plus 135. The Braves are coming in. Their offense playing a little better the last couple weeks. They're averaging 4.3 runs a game, 242 batting average, 167 home runs, 75 steals, and a 4.46 runs a game. As the offense has played better, the pitching has gotten worse and worse every single week. They're going in opposite directions. The Nationals, 4.3 runs a game, 244 batting average, 142 home runs, 123 steals, very balanced offense, but they're giving up 5.28 runs a game. That is bottom 5 overall. Nationals turning to Mitchell Parker on the mound today. 8-15 record. I don't want to short him 10 losses. A 5.69 ERA, 153.1 innings, 100 strikeouts. He's given up 24 home runs, 165 hits. Going up against Spencer Strider. Spencer Strider, he's all over the place this season. He's up, he's down, he's sideways. When he's on, one of the best young strikeout pitchers in baseball. The big question here is, will he be on? We don't know yet. 5-13 record, the worst start of his career by far. 4.86 ERA, 107.1 innings, 114 strikeouts. But still, give me Spencer Strider. Give me the Braves to win this one to cover the spread. I'll go high scoring. I'll go over. And this next game is a really difficult one to call. I will tell you why in just a second. And on MLB TV, 7:35 p.m., the 87-62 Toronto Blue Jays, first place in the AL East. This offense, it has been a rake in the last couple months. They'll be on the road here versus the 73-65 Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays, 51.4% chance to win. Toronto, 48.6%, practically a 50-50 split with the fan vote. The Blue Jays, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Toronto, minus 130. Tampa Bay, plus 110. The Blue Jays, with that offense that I just mentioned, 5.0 runs a game, a 270 batting average. That's number one in baseball. It's not even close. 178 home runs, 74 steals, and a 4.16 runs a game. The Rays, pretty good overall stats, 4.5 runs a game, 252 batting average, 171 home runs, 182 steals. They lead the major leagues in steals. It's not even close. Very aggressive on the bases. Just make sure to turn that into runs, and they're giving up 3.90 runs a game. What makes this game a 50-50 is complete unknowns when it comes to pitchers. Trey Yasovich making his start for the Blue Jays. No innings pitched this season. A lot of unknowns. Going up against, we don't even know. The Rays have not announced who's going to be making the pitching. So two complete unknowns. The variables we don't know. We're completely picking this game blind. I hate having to do this, but hey, we got to make a prediction for this video. So unknowns with the Blue Jays, unknowns versus the Rays. What's going to happen here? It's a 50-50 matchup. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to go overall with the better bullpen. Give me Tampa Bay winning this one. Give me the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. On MLB TV at 7:40 p.m., the 69-80 Baltimore Orioles, 5th place in the AL East, young team, a lot of power, need some pitching help on the road versus the 57-93 Chicago White Sox. That's the second worst overall record in baseball, but a lot of 1-2 run losses. They keep the game pretty close. Chicago has a 56.1% chance to win, Baltimore 43.9. The Orioles are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Baltimore -155, Chicago +130. Right now, looking at this overall Orioles offense, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game, 239 batting average, 176 home runs, 105 steals, and a 4.63 runs a game. The White Sox, the offense playing a little better the last 2 months, 4.0 runs a game. It's still not good, but it's better than where it was. 234 average, 151 home runs, 82 steals, and a 4.21 runs a game. Kyle Bradish on the mound for Baltimore, 0-1 record, a 2.65 ERA, but it's a very small sample size so far. 17 innings, 21 strikeouts, going up against Sean Burke, who is one of the better Chicago pitchers. 4-10 record, a 4.35 ERA. 4.35, it's not great. It's not bad. Definitely deserves more than 4 wins. Gives this guy some run support. 122 innings, 115 strikeouts. Again, I don't normally do this. Give me the White Sox pulling off the win. I'm going to go with that +1.5. I'm going to go with the over, just barely like a 5-4 type game. And at 7:40 p.m., the 83-66 New York Yankees trying to make a run to catch up with the Blue Jays. They're going to have to win some games here. They'll be on the road versus the 65-84 Minnesota Twins. New York, second place in the AL East. They have a 61% chance to win. Minnesota, 39% chance to win. Yankees are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. New York -185. Minnesota +155. The Yankees are averaging 5.2 runs a game. 249 batting average, 254 home runs. That is crazy. That is a lot of homers. It's number one, and it's number one by like 30 or 40 home runs. They are knocking the ball out of the park. But hey, that's what happens when you have Aaron Judge sitting there with 48 home runs. They have 122 steals, giving up 4.0 runs a game. Twins are averaging 4.2 runs a game. 239 batting average, 178 home runs. Solid power, 96 steals, and a 4.61 runs a game. Don't forget, the months of April and May, they were in like the 3.7, 3.8. Their pitching has drastically gotten worse over the last several months. Right now, Minnesota turning to Simeons, Woods, Richardson, 6-4 record, 4.58 ERA, 94.1 innings, 84 strikeouts. Going up against Carlos Rodon, having a great season. One of the most consistent, reliable seasons of his career, especially with the amount of injuries to the Yankees. They're very thankful he's definitely picked up some slack here. 16-8 record, 3.11 ERA, 176.1 innings, 186 strikeouts. I got to go with Carlos Rodon. They're at home Yankee Stadium with the bats behind them. The better bullpen. Yankees win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. MLB TV, 7:45 p.m., the 74-75 Cincinnati Reds. They've been hovering around 500, 3 games over, 3 games under pretty much the entire season. On the road versus the 73-77 St. Louis Cardinals. Cincinnati, 3rd place in the division. The Cardinals are 4th place. St. Louis, 51.4% chance to win. The Reds, a 48.6%. Practically a 50-50 split with the fan vote. Cards are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. St. Louis is -125. Cincinnati +105. The Reds are averaging 4.5 runs a game, 246 average, 148 home runs, 99 steals, and a 3.96. Very consistent pitching this season. St. Louis, 4.3 runs a game, 245 average, 140 home runs, 82 steals, and a 4.28 runs a game. Zach Littell on the mound for Cincinnati, 9-8 record, 3.78 ERA, 171.1 innings, 120 strikeouts. He's given up 34 home runs. That is god-awful. One of the worst home run ratios, very susceptible to the long ball. Going up against Matthew Liberatore, 7-12 record, a 4.35 ERA, 140.2 innings, 110 strikeouts. This is one of those games you got to keep your eye on. Who's going to control the pace of this game the most? Give me the Cards to walk away with the win. They are the home team. Matthew Liberatore gives up a lot less home runs. Cardinals win it, but I'll go with them winning it by 1, so I'll go with the +1.5, and I'm just ever so slightly going to go with the over. In our next game, the AL West has, over the last couple weeks, become probably the most competitive division in Major League Baseball. 8:10 p.m. MLB TV, the 79-71 Texas Rangers, who are finally scoring some runs with the #1 overall pitching staff in all of the major leagues, on the road versus the 81-69 Houston Astros. 2 games ahead of Texas. Texas would love to get some wins here. Houston, 55.4% chance to win this one. Texas, a 44.6%, but I think this game's a lot closer to a 50-50 than it would appear. The Astros are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Texas is plus 105, Houston minus 125. The Rangers, the average runs up to 4.3, 237 batting average, 164 home runs, 125 steals, but it's the pitching. 3.42 runs a game, elite pitching. The Astros, 4.2 runs a game, 252 average, 166 home runs, 77 steals. A lot of veterans on this team, and they're giving up 3.86 runs a game. The claim for fame for the Astros is they have a top 3, top 5 overall bullpen. Looking at the pitching, this is where it gets very similar. Jason Alexander going for the Astros, 4-1 record, 4.19 ERA, 66.2 innings, 55 strikeouts. He's given up 11 home runs in 66 innings. That's a really bad home run ratio, but overall not a bad ERA. Going up against Jack Leiter, the son of the legend Al Leiter, 9-8 record, 3.81 ERA, 132.1 innings, 130 strikeouts. This is such a difficult game to call. Of any of these games, I personally don't want to go anywhere near this one. I'm going to go a little bit out on a ledge here. I'm seeing a lot of upsets today. And give me the Rangers winning this one, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. And then on MLB TV at 9:40 p.m., the 75-74 San Francisco Giants, third place in the NL West, holding on to that one game above 500. They're on the road versus the 77-77 Arizona Diamondbacks, fourth place, a very deep division. The NL West is very competitive. Arizona, 53.6% chance to win. The Giants, a 46.4%. Again, almost a 50-50 split. Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. San Francisco plus 125, Arizona minus 150. The Giants, the offense has actually been stepping up some ground the last month. They're averaging 4.4 runs a game, 238 average, 160 home runs, 64 steals, and 3.8 runs a game. They have a good starting rotation, good bullpen to back it up. Diamondbacks, they don't pitch the best, but they hit a lot of home runs. They score a lot of runs. 5.0 runs a game, 250 batting average, 203 home runs. That's top 5. 115 steals and 4.47 runs a game. You have Tang on the mound right now for San Francisco, 2-4 record, 7.54 ERA. That's not going to cut it. 22.2 innings, 28 strikeouts. He's given up 14 walks in 22 innings. That's not a good number. Zach Gallen going for Arizona. Not his best start, but 11-14 record, 4.84 ERA, 174.2 innings, 157 strikeouts. I think the odds of him going deeper into this game than Tang are a lot higher. Give me Arizona winning this one. Covering the spread, I'll go with the over. And then our final game of the day, MLB Network, 10:10 p.m., the 89-61 Philadelphia Phillies, one of the best overall teams in baseball. A lot of experienced hitters here, deep lineup, deep pitching, deep bullpen. First place in the NL East. They'll be playing the 84-65 Los Angeles Dodgers, the best overall roster in baseball when they're healthy. That's the issue, when they're healthy. Hasn't happened yet this season. Dodgers, though, still very, very talented team. 53.1% chance to win. Phillies, a 46.9% chance. Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over-under. Philadelphia plus 115. LA minus 135. Phillies are averaging 4.9 runs a game. 261 batting average. 191 home runs. A lot of power. 117 steals and 3.83 runs a game. The Dodgers, 5.1 runs a game. 253 average. 217 home runs. That's number 2, only trailing the Yankees. 83 home runs, giving up 4.05 runs a game. A lot of injuries to the pitching, but they're still finding ways to win. Dodgers are turning to Emmett Sheehan on the mound. 6-3 record, 3.32 ERA, 59.2 innings, 69 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher going up against Ranger Suarez. Very underappreciated season so far, but these numbers are elite. 12-6 record, 2.77 ERA, 143 innings, 140 strikeouts. I'm going to go out there. Give me the Phillies pulling off the upset on the road, the plus 1.5, and I'm just slightly going to go with the under. Guys, that's our picks, our predictions, our best bets for every single baseball game we have coming up for Monday, September 15th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? Let me know in the comment section. I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.